no time to fight! Her house is 3 minutes away. This is not a drill!
What are your impressions of our city and our people? And you can be completely honest.
No, it's a banger of a city. I love Singapore. The food's great. The place is clean. No, I'm down with Singapore. Big fan. I don't chew gum, so I'm not worried about not being able to chew gum on the street or whatever people say the problems are. I like the place.
Fantastic. So I was just watching Intolerant last night, right?
Now, to tell this story, I have to start off by saying that I'm lactose intolerant.
And I got to tell you, I feel a lot better about myself because as a fellow 45-year-old, okay, I have also developed lactose intolerance. And, you know, I miss the ice cream and I miss the cheese.
Did you get it late in life? I got it very late in life.
Yes. So I spent an entire lifetime just, you know, gorging on ice cream and cheese. And then suddenly, you know, you turn 40, 41 and you're like, what is going on?
So it would have been better to be lactose intolerant your whole life because then you wouldn't know what you're missing out on. But we have to go through the pain of just like, do you ever just eat it anyway because it's that good?
All the time.
I sometimes just go for it. And I know what's going to happen in about an hour's time. I know what's going to happen, but I do it anyway.
What is your favorite lactose infused food, I suppose?
Well, it'd probably be ice cream. Like, is my favorite, but the one that I eat the most is cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Cheese is the problem. So pizza and mac and cheese and stuff like that, they're dangerous. I'm not saying no to that. And also, I'm not having a slice of cheese on a burger. Who has a burger without a slice of cheese?
Absolutely. All right, so you are going to be coming down this December. What can we expect from this show?
Oh, this show is a banger, man. Look, I got married in quarantine. I had a baby in quarantine, so I cover a lot of that type of stuff. But I've got loads of dirty jokes still, and I've got a few observations, a couple of stories in there. It's probably the tightest set I've ever had. I'm telling you, it's all killer, no filler. Come to the show.
Okay, this I have to ask you, okay? We are living in a very interesting time. People are getting very sensitive, easily offended, and you have been known to say some impactful things in your shows. Is this a dangerous time for a comic? Because we're seeing people like Chris Rock getting slapped, you know, when Will Smith can't take a joke, Dave Chappelle getting attacked. Does this hinder your process? I want to know if when you're writing your material, in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, if I write this, someone's going to get really mad, they're going to storm the stage, and they're going to hit me.
Yeah, I've sort of broken. I think I was worrying about that more sort of 4 years ago than now. You know, now I've just sort of thought to myself, I can't, like, well, you can't live in fear the whole time, you know. I don't like the response to a comedian getting hit on stage and people sticking up for the person who slapped the comedian. I don't like that because one person there committed a crime, the other one did not. I don't give a how offended you are by a joke.
That's it. Talking about critics, right? You are a parent, okay? You've got 2 sons. And are you funny dad to them, okay? Because kids can be pretty brutal. My 4-year-old, he can't take a joke. I tell him a joke, he just blinks at me and goes, Dad, that's not funny. So, are you funny dad? How do you make your kids laugh?
No, well, the baby, you just have to pull a face. You know, he's very easy to make laugh. But the 10-year-old is a real funny kid. You know, he's a very funny kid. He's very witty. I like hanging out with him, and he likes hanging out with me. Yeah, we both make each other laugh.
So, speaking of jokes, though, what is the secret, would you say, to telling a joke well?
Theatre of the mind. So if you say a character's over there, explain the person, explain what they're up to and what they might use a metaphor or what they might smell like or something like that. Add to it. And then for me, it's go off on tangents and make people think that you don't know where you're going. That's a good way to tell a story.
Fantastic. And final question from me, at least, is what do you want Singaporean audiences to keep in mind as they watch you perform when you're down in Singapore this December?
No, just to have a good time, man. I don't want people to keep in mind that these are just jokes or whatever. If you come into the show with a good mindset, you'll have a good time. I promise you that.
Well, thank you, Jim, for your time. You've been very generous with your time with us. And like I said, we can't wait to catch you in Singapore this December.
No worries. Appreciate it.
Kiss 92 All the great songs in one place.